know what it means. See, I'm in a bit of a limbo, but still I will make a move on this young lady. Can I get your number, girl? Can I get your number, girl?
So today I'm going to be doing a video about my first semester experience, and I just want to give you guys some tips and tricks on how to get through your first semester. First semester was really hard for me because I haven't been in school for 2 years, and it just was really hard for me to just like stay on track and just keep it going. But I want to give you guys some tips and tricks if you are in high school, or if you're about to graduate from high school, or if you're in college. Overall, I feel like this applies to anybody, and I'm just going to tell you guys things that people don't know about college. So if you want to see my tips and tricks and all that good stuff, college 101 I guess, or whatever, then just please stay tuned. So when I first entered college, like, all right, let me go back to like when we went on tour, because like when you go to a college, make sure you tour and don't fall into the trap of what they tell you, because it's all lies. So they tell you like, oh, we have this, and the food is amazing, and the internet is amazing, and you know, we have this program and this and this. But in reality, it's all bullshit. I mean, they're just trying to sell you, so you just have to keep in the back of your mind that it's not all glitter and sparkles and all that. So when you first get into college, you know, you go on the tour and they tell you all this shit and it's lies or whatever. I'm just gonna keep saying that it's lies, because I really thought that it was so perfect. I'm like, yes, I get to move out. Yes, the food is great. Yes, they have these clubs and this and that and blah blah blah. They may have it, but it's like a one-sided opinion, so it may not, like, you may not agree. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be eating great, I'm gonna have my independence, I'm gonna be doing this. Yeah, it's like, this is about to be so easy. And then I get in, right? And then I had a wake-up call, and I was like, oh, so this is, no? Okay. The day that I moved in, it was pretty like frustrating, because one, they told me that I was supposed to be there at a certain time, and then no, first off, they didn't even tell me what time to be there. So I woke up, first off, I didn't even go to sleep because I was like up doing my mom's hair like all night. So as soon as I finished my mom's hair in the morning, like I was doing her hair till like probably like 5 o'clock in the morning until I started moving. Like, so I had to, like, as soon as I finished her hair, I had to pack up all my stuff and pack up the car and then just be out. So I got there and they were like, oh, you're not supposed to be here till 10. And it was like 8 o'clock, and I was just there like, so I was just there waiting for mad long. I was dumb tight. I was just like, where's my roommate? So she texted me and she was like, where are you, blah blah blah, because I want to meet you. So I'm a fake stalker. Like, I stalked her prior to moving in. I looked for her on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you know, all those places. Didn't find her because her name is like so common. I'm not gonna say her name, but her name was common, so it was hard for me to find it. So finally she sent me pictures. We were talking like prior to like moving in, so it wasn't awkward because I wanted to like have a conversation with her prior to moving in. So we met each other. I was like, hi girl, how you doing? It was pretty cool, you know, moving in was great. And then that was it. We was in the room for like a good 2-3 days. I mean, they had like events to like help you get accumulated with school, but they were wild corny, and I was just like. So after that, you know, getting into the semester, whatever, like the teachers were pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then I realized that like I wasn't learning anything, you know? I was just like, okay, because it was just so easy to me. It was really easy, you know. It was really easy. And then like with the classes, like they put everything online, so like you have to make sure that you're on top of it. I mean, they tell you that like the first week, but like after that they don't tell you anything. So like you show up on the day of class and then you're just like, what assignment? What are you talking about? So what I recommend is to make sure that you're on top of everything. When I tell you everything, I mean everything. Make sure you're reading all your emails. Make sure to check your student email. That is key. That is the key to success, okay? Make sure that you're checking your student emails. So basically, if you don't check your email, if you don't check the online portal or whatever that they put all the assignments or anything like that, then you will be fucked. So make sure to check it. Make sure to be updated with it. Make sure to always be on top of your game, because what they would not do is tell you when you have an assignment, because they're just lovely teachers. This is not like high school, and that's one thing that I did learn. Some of the teachers, just depending on your college, they will like let you know like, hey, you didn't turn in this assignment, and some teachers would be like, well, it's been past due, so I don't really know what to do, which is kind of like the normal thing to do if you don't really fuck with somebody. But I mean, there are some teachers that will give you a break, but don't think these teachers are your friends, because they're not. They're not your friends. Keeping a planner will help you get through the semester as well. Putting like different alarms on your phone will help you. Waking up for classes. Do not take an 8 a.m. class. I repeat, do not take an 8 a.m. class or a 9 a.m. class. If you are an insomniac and you don't like waking up for classes, do not take an early morning class, because you will not wake up and you will miss class and you will not get checked off for attendance, okay? They will not put you for attendance. They're not your friends. They don't have your back. So you need to pick classes that are appropriate for your time schedule. Don't pick classes that are convenient for when your parents are signing you up and they're like, yeah, she needs to wake up early and go to class, so put her in at 8 a.m. No. Take a class that is appropriate for you, because at the end of the day, you're paying for it. Technically your parents. But you're going to pay for it at some point in your life. And you don't want to miss classes and get a low grade because you picked the class that's way too early. Because it doesn't make sense. It's counterproductive. Also, checking ratemyprofessor.com definitely helps. Some teachers aren't on there depending on your college. My college is really small, so some of the teachers aren't on there, but I wanted to leave a review for one particular teacher because she really blew mine this semester, and I was just like, yo, I'm gonna blow her up. Even though I already sent her a message, a little pleasant message. But that's besides the point. RateMyProfessor.com is not sponsoring me to speak about this, but it helps you to like see what type of teacher you're getting yourself involved with. So before you even sign up for classes, check them out, because they have like reviews on different teachers from past experiences. Students will go on there and rate their professor, and it just helps you to know what type of teacher you're getting involved with. If they are not organized, if they are mean, if they don't care about you, if they are hard. Just, it teaches you everything. So that definitely helps. I didn't know that before that. I mean, people told me in the process, but I was just like, I'm already in the class, so it doesn't really make a difference. But before you sign up for classes, make sure to check out ratemyprofessor.com and type in all the teachers that you already, type in the teachers that you're about to take, or the classes that you're about to take. Another thing, food. That pissed me off. I hated the fact that when we went on the tour, they were like, oh yeah, we have a wide variety of food or whatever. And then I got there and it's like, what the fuck is this? The fuck, like, I don't really, what is this? Sometimes, like, I even go hungry. In the arms of the angel, fly. And like, with my school, the meal plan is set in where you can't really get around it, so it's really hard for you to like not want to eat at all, because you're paying like thousands of dollars for food that you don't eat. If you don't have to have like a meal plan where you're locked in and you have to have it, then go out and cook. I recommend to just cook. Just get it over with. Learn how to cook. Watch YouTube videos. Watch Food Network. Just cook, because cafeteria food at school will definitely humble you. You will get lonely. And this is something that I experienced when I first got there. Now I'm able to like get around it and learn how to like get used to it. But I got lonely so many times. I miss home. I miss my best friends. I mean, I guess you can say this is being homesick. But it was just so hard for me to just like be happy at some point. But you have to learn how to like make friends and just get out there and just just make friends, join a club, do something, a sorority, whatever. That didn't work out for me, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But do something that's social. Don't stay in your room, because that's not gonna help you. Like, it's not going to help you throughout the process. So you want to make sure that you are surrounding yourself around people that are like you. And if there's not enough people that's like you, then go off campus and find some. Another thing that college will not teach you is that racism exists everywhere. When I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. Especially if you go to a school in a predominantly Caucasian area, you're going to experience some type of racism, so don't be alarmed. There's just certain people that don't think like you, and I mean, and I'm going to tell you my story behind that. So there's this lunch man. We have something called late night, right? And late night is basically an extension of dinner. So like if you missed dinner, or if you went to dinner and you want to get late night, it's just basically you can get food from like, I think 7 to like 12 or something like that. And basically we have this lunch man, or this chef or cook. I'm gonna call him a cook because he's not even a chef. He has shown so many signs of racism. It's crazy. So he would make up all these different rules that never existed before black people got in the line. And I'm just like, you ain't slick. So basically, like, there was several occasions where he would see me standing there, because basically what you have to do is pay or swipe your card for whatever meal you're getting, right? And before you get it, you have to like tell them what you're getting at the register, and you have to get a receipt. So once you get the receipt, you bring it to the cook. I keep saying chef. You bring it to the cook and you show it to them just to verify what you're actually getting, right? So I remember a couple times where I would tell this man, yeah, I'm getting French fries. And he'd be like, I need your receipt. And I'm just like, I don't have to lie. You need my receipt just to see that I need French fries? Like, it's not that serious. And then like, he will look at it and then keep looking at it just to make sure that he's not bugging, because he thinks that I'm lying for some strange reason, and then goes to make it, and it takes his sweet time. Sweet time. And then there would be times where like, there would be like a whole bunch of black people, and he would sit there and drop each fry into the fryer and make sure that he takes his sweet time before he comes and assists us. And I'm just like, okay. And one Caucasian girl or boy comes up, and then he flies over like, can I get the next person? And then he grabs our tickets, he grabs our tickets, and then like kind of just flings our food, and then he sits there and converses with them. And I'm just like, really, bitch? He's done so many different shady shit. Like, there's a line that goes along the counter, so the counter goes like this way, and like he'll be like, oh, the line starts from the end. As soon as like a white person walks up, he's like, oh, the line starts down here. And I'm just like, since when the line start from the back? How? I'm just like, I'm so over you. So you're gonna experience different things at schools, because you're in a different environment, just depending on where you're coming from. My environment is a little diverse, but I've came from like culturally based environments, like environments where it's just strictly Jamaicans or strictly black people or just strictly white people, and like we were the only black people in the area. Like, you're gonna experience different things, so don't be alarmed, don't get upset, don't don't react where you become the arrogant black woman or whatever. Just let them know, but don't let them know. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to get yourself in a predicament where you start getting crazy. Because I could get crazy, but I'm not gonna let these people see that, you know, what their perception of me is correct. But you need to put people in their place in a specific way where it's not too much or too typical. You do it in a very classy, intellectual way. Feel me? Got it? Okay. Another thing, you do not need to go buy school supplies. When I first got to school, like, I bought a whole bunch of textbooks, a whole bunch of highlighters, you do need highlighters. What I really recommend for college students is highlighters, like sticky notes, a whole bunch of loose leaves, or like one big textbook. You do not need like a whole bunch of different not textbooks, one big notebook. You don't need a whole bunch of like notebooks like in middle or high school. You just need one big notebook. Your teachers may require portfolios, so you might want to buy like one of those folders, those binders, and binder sheets, dividers, stuff like that. You need folders as well because you're going to have a whole bunch of assignments that they're going to be giving you back. But you don't need to buy crayons and all that shit. Like, it's not necessary. Like, just keep it real simple for college. You need a whole bunch of pens. You may not need pencils, just depending on if you're an art major. But you definitely do not need pens. I know a lot of people get so excited, like, oh my god, I'm going to college. You don't need all that shit. Just keep it real simple, real straight to the point. Like, listen, I need to write, I need to highlight, I need to sticky note. Also, a lot of people think that when you go on campus, you're gonna go and do like a work study and you're gonna get tons of money and you're gonna get tons of hours. But it just depends on the school. So like, you have to make sure that you consult with the people in the, like, I don't know, the work study center. I don't really know how it goes because I don't have a job. But I have friends that do work studies. You don't get like, all right, when you work outside of college, you may get like 40 hours. You may get a whole bunch of hours. You may get like $10 an hour, $12 an hour and all that. But when you go to college, you're not going to make more than $8. Like, it just depends on the college and their budget. But if you're making like $10 at college, kudos to you. But you may not be getting hours, only because they want you to focus on your studies. So don't go and expecting that you're going to be getting like $400 checks a week, because you're not. You're most likely not even going to get paid every week. So don't be fooled by that. Make sure to ask a lot of questions before you even go into something like that. College is just like high school, but bigger. It just depends on like your high school, if it was a big high school, small high school. Either way, it's just like high school. Don't go in expecting that people are different and people more mature, and like you're in high school and you're like, I can't wait to go to college because everybody's gonna be so mature. Everybody's the same. Like, everybody is not gonna grow at the same pace as you, you know. And I always felt like, oh, when I go to college, people are gonna be more mature, people are gonna be more like, you know, in tune with themselves. But it's none of that. People are going to be just as immature just because they want to be. They aren't as experienced as you. So don't think that everyone is going to be moving at the same pace as you. You're going to still deal with he said, she said. You're going to still deal with fights. You're still, maybe not as much fights as high school, because in college you most likely will get expelled and you kind of pay for it, and you don't want to get into that. But you're still going to deal with cattiness. You're still going to deal with perception, people looking at you a certain way. But at the end of the day, like, you're paying your money, do what you gotta do. Like, also, a lot of people feel like when they go to college they gotta change their style. Personally, when I shop for school, I kept it real simple. I got more sweats, I got more hoodies, I got more sweatshirts, I got more t-shirts, undies, stuff like that, the basic things. And then once I got there, I would have gotten more outfits. But if you're a girl that likes to dress up more, and if you go to a school where it's like a party school or anything like that, you may want to get like party outfits because you're gonna party. But if you're not going to a party school, you don't need to dress up, or you don't have to like buy heels and stuff like that, because that's not what you're going for. Make sure that you're going for all the right reasons. You're not going to a party school just because you want to party, because most of the times you don't end up getting good grades because you're drunk or high or hungover. So make sure that you're going to school for the right reasons, and that's basically what I'm trying to say. Like, I went to school because I want to get my degree and make sure that I excel in my career and just meet people, you know, and just be able to be in a social environment instead of being home and depressed and all that. It's not fun. So I want to be around people that are like-minded. My choice in school wasn't the best, but it is what it is. I'm thinking about transferring. Well, I'm thinking about transferring. I'm in the process. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to jinx it. But I personally want to transfer because the school is just really boring and people are not like very motivated to do anything. Just keeping it real. Go to school for all the right reasons. Don't go to school because your parents want you to go to school, because you're not going to excel. You're not going to be happy. Most likely you're going to be depressed. And I feel like if you are an entrepreneur and if you are a people's person, I feel like even if parents are watching this, I feel like you should motivate your kids to do what they want to do, unless they want to like sell drugs or do something that's illegal, unless they're selling legal drugs. I feel like if your child wants to do something and they're really passionate about it, don't force them to go to school, because they're just not going to be happy, you know. And it doesn't really make sense to do something for somebody else. You have to do everything for you and do what makes you happy. If you're watching this and you are looking to go to school, you are at an age where you have to make decisions for yourself. Even though your parents, every parent wants them to go to college. Every parent is going to push their kids to go to college, because especially as someone of a minority, they want to change the statistics and change the perception of people that Black and Hispanics and different people don't go to college. But I mean, at the end of the day, they have white people that don't go to college and they're still successful. I mean, I know they have like the advantage or whatever, but we can still be successful without college. There's so many different beautiful and amazing people from minorities that are excelling in like so many different ways and didn't go to college. So don't think that college is the only thing for you. Don't think that you have to go to college to be successful. But what you have to do is be business minded and make sure that you're focused and you're doing what you want to do and you love it and you're going to excel in it. And make sure that you're like confident in what you do and you don't allow anything to hinder you from doing what you need to do, because you don't have a backup at this point. So it's a huge decision that you have to make. But don't do anything, whether it's be a business owner, a small business owner, or going to college. Don't do it unless you really want to do it, because you're not going to be happy. And I learned that the hard way. College boys. So I was lucky enough to meet my boyfriend on campus. I wasn't really, I mean, as I said before, I go to a really small school, so I wasn't really pleased with the man. I was like, everyone like has their takes on men. Everyone has their cup of tea or their type. Every girl has a type, but my type is like beard, chunky, you know. I don't want them to be too tall, but if they are tall, you could come through too. But I have a boyfriend. You can't come through, doors closed. I have a type, you know, and I didn't see that until I actually like opened my eyes, and my boyfriend happened to be my RA, so I was lucky enough to get to meet him and just, you know, get to know him a little bit better. College boys ain't shit, but I feel like every guy ain't shit. Like, I feel like it just depends on your type and who you attract. That doesn't make sense, but everyone is capable of not being shit. Like, it just depends on your type. Like, if you attract boys, you're gonna get boy. Like, don't blame college boys for that. Like, blame society. You can find someone that's great in college. You can find your husband in college. It just depends on what you're attracting, what you're putting out there as well. If you're attracting someone that sees you in a shallow way, where they only think you're beautiful with makeup, they think you're beautiful with your weave, they think you're beautiful when you're wearing something that shows cleavage or that's real tight, that shows your ass or whatever, then maybe that's not the one for you. But you need to find someone that sees the great in you, values your mind, values your body, it respects your soul and all that good stuff. Then you may find someone that is potentially bae. Like, I think that's bae potential at this age. Like, you shouldn't be looking for someone that's cute. Like, yeah, that is a plus, but you need to find someone that balances you out, that compliments you, that elevates you, and yes, that is bae. And people get that mixed up so much, and we need to get it together. So college boys, just take your time. Don't go for the one that everyone is looking for. Don't go for the one that is just like clearly bae potential. Because you just never know what people are going through. You never know what people are thinking. You never know what people are behind the fine lines. Like, let me peek through the blinds is who you really is. I think that's about it. If you guys have any questions about college, make sure to leave them down below, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. Yeah, make sure to follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Can I get your number, girl?